Ha ha ha. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest and greatest Teacup for One movie marathon. We are this month. Well, I say this month, it's like halfway through this month, but whatever. The schedule got thrown off. It's fine. This month, we are celebrating Halloween with all things 90s. That's right. As an enthusiastic millennial joined by a bunch of other enthusiastic movie loving millennials, I thought, what can we do that's fun this month? I was going to do Hitchcock movies, which I still want to do, but we just came out of political thrillers, a month of those. And I was like, well, my heart can only take so much. I want to be scared, but have it be done in a fun way. So, lo and behold, 90s Halloween movie marathon is upon us. Very excited to dive into these movies. Some of them I've seen, some of them I haven't seen. It'll be a good time to be had by all. Now, if any of you watching tonight are here because you discovered my channel from the Glinda video, thank you for making that like a shockingly successful video on the channel. Yeah. And if you're jarred by how different this content is from that, welcome to the channel. There's no rhyme or reason. It's whatever we feel like. All right, let's see who we have joining us in the chat today. Looks like the usual suspects, my cats. First, we have Sabrina, the black cat. It's her season, so obviously she has to be the first to comment. She's going to watch tonight. This is more fun than the last movie marathon. Of course, see, Sabrina, you know, it's your time of year. I really wish I could get Sabrina on screen, but she'd run away. Not to say she's a scaredy cat, but, you know, she's very exclusive, especially this time of year. She has engagements and stuff. Next, it's Eliza. Eliza says she's going to watch because she can't change the channel. Very good, Eliza. Comfortable in her Meowmie's bed. Sabrina can watch in the family room. Yeah, Eliza is a very dedicated supporter of the channel. And then we got my mom. Woo! So 2 cats, 1 mother, but we also have some other guests. I'm not sure who you are. Sound off in the comments. Say hello. Did you discover this channel from the Glinda video? Let us know. All right, let's bring in our first guest for this evening. Who's it going to be? It's Vince, everybody.
Hello, yo, Vince. Buddy, how's it going? I'd like to be the first to congratulate you on the Glinda video. It sounds like a huge success, and I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. I'm shocked. It's not that different from the other videos I put out, but for whatever reason, the YouTube and the robots were like, let's make everyone watch this. I think it's because of Ariana Grande. I think it's her people. Who knows? But I'll take
Maybe. Hey, yes, you got to take what you can get in this line of work, buddy.
Right. So, Vince, as we embark on Halloween month here, what is your favorite Halloween costume from your Halloween past?
Oh. You know, okay. You mean when I was a kid or like when I was an adult?
Anytime. Any Halloween
when
costume.
I was a kid. You know, one year I was William Wallace, you know, from Braveheart. That was fantastic. That was a spectacular costume. And I had long hair for it, too.
Good. Very good. Now, how old were you when you were William Wallace? Like, it's funnier and cuter if you were like 5 or 6.
Oh, no, these were the college days, my friend. So, I don't know. I want to say 19, 20.
Oh, so then it was basically just authentic William Wallace.
I don't know how old he was at the time that the events of Braveheart transpired, but
I feel like Mel Gibson is always play 19 or 20, though, so it was accurate.
That's true, like in Lethal Weapon and whatnot. Hell yeah. Look, William Wallace, my favorite costume from the past of me.
Nice. Love it. All right, let's bring in our next guest for tonight. It's a classic. It's Jeanette, everybody.
Hey. Hi.
Jeanette.
Sorry. Welcome. Post-work hair. I'm like sitting here trying to fashion myself.
You're framed so nicely by the 2 pumpkins. I just noticed that. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I was like, wait, do I have pumpkins? And then I realized the pumpkins were on the background. Thanks. I didn't even have to worry about my background.
Right. All right. So, Jeanette, what's your favorite Halloween costume that you've donned in the past?
Oh my gosh, there's so many. I guess really my favorite, I guess it's kind of lame maybe in hindsight, but at the time it seemed really cool. I don't know if you've ever heard of the company Leg Avenue. They're like the top line sexy costumes, right? But like they make really they're nice costumes. I like them. They were really high quality in the early 2000s. Anyway, I did the whole like shebang, bought every accessory and wig to be Alice in Wonderland. Bought the specific tights
Oh wow.
and got the petticoat to make the skirt go out in a bell, and got the wig and the specific like black ribbon for my hair. Like I was real on point. And then proceeded to get so blackout drunk that someone literally delivered me to my mother on her doorstep at sunrise and was like, I'm so sorry. But it was a great Halloween party. It was a really great Halloween party.
Those are the best.
There's a
So
Disney
I really did
meme.
get lost. I literally got lost. Everyone left me at the party because I fell asleep in a room. And then I came out and was like, and there's a friend of mine who was much older than me. And I was like, hey, I'm still here. And he's like, oh my God. And then I had to call a different friend to come get me. And then that friend brought me to my mother. So,
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Incredible. Yeah, it reminds me,
It's a lot
there's a Disney meme of it's the scene from Sleeping Beauty after she's fallen asleep and it's Maleficent. She's like, here's your precious princess. And then she's like blackout sleeping on the ground. And
Yeah.
the caption is something, when your friends deliver you back to your boyfriend after a night of heavy drinking.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was young enough to still be my mom. So it was, I guess, technically safer. Who knows?
Yeah, that's fun. I think my favorite, I don't know, I've had lots of costumes I've loved and I'm proud of. One of the only costumes I've repeated is the Wizard of Oz with my flying monkey plush. So I think that's one of my go-to favorites.
I do like that one.
I love that one. So simple, but so fun. Very much like tied to a property that I love. Probably it's not even a favorite costume, but the most niche costume I've ever done, which is probably a better topic for its own question. That'll be next week. But preview, the most niche costume I've ever done. It was something I threw together at the last minute because I didn't know if I'd get to go to this Halloween party. I was in university and I dressed up as Freddie Benson from Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, the musical. So it was the Steve Martin character, but not the Steve Martin
Oh.
version. That character
Oh.
from the musical adaptation on Broadway.
Oh
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
wow.
Wow.
So it was
That
like-
is niche.
It was
Now I'm
yeah,
trying
it
to
was
think
like-
what's the most niche thing I've ever done.
Kristen Sass is here. Woo!
I don't know that I've been very niche in my, I guess, other than made up stuff.
Martha
Oh, I
chiming in.
Dream
She
of
was
Jeannie.
me.
I
Classic.
was I Dream of Jeannie one time when I was like a kid. I was like 9 or something, and it was a Party City
Nice.
costume. You know, it was nice.
Nice.
I loved I Dream of Jeannie. That's a good one. I could see
That is a good
Martha as I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah, she was a good genie. She was also a good Cruella. I think the Cruella costume happened more than once as well. That was a good one because the wig. It's all about the wig. But yeah, I think we even managed to find like a cigarette holder for her. It was great. It was like
Oh,
in the
Garwaz.
yeah. The Glenn
Oh, I
Close
was
era.
Audrey Hepburn one year, and that was the year. I think I told this story on this channel. That was whenever we went to that spooky house and had the like encounter with the ghost.
Love it. Did you
Like,
tell that
walk
on
through
air
the
or
woods.
off? I can't remember.
I don't know. We walked through. The short story is we walked through some woods in like a swampy-ish part of Louisiana. Not terribly swampy, but we walked through the woods, and there's an old, like, smaller plantation, not the grand, like, huge ones, right? And it was actually being used for filming, and there was like all kinds of stuff around, but it was the middle of the night, and basically we were pretty sure we saw a physical manifestation, and some stuff got knocked around, and it was spooky and scary. And we
Wow.
left.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I
we were
mean, I
like
wanna say-
underneath the house in like a wine cellar area. You know?
That's terrifying. I would jump out of my skin and die on the
Not
spot.
underground, to be clear. It's a swamp. It was a raised situation.
Still though. Spooky Scary. Oh, that's Werewolf
Yeah.
Bar Mitzvah. It's a song I recommend everyone listen to this holiday season.
Oh.
It's great.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Everybody should.
Or year round. Why not? All right. And our final guest for tonight. Look, everyone, it's Lisa.
Hi, everyone.
Yay!
Welcome,
How's it
Lisa.
going?
Same question. It's great. What's your favorite Halloween costume, Lisa, that you've ever worn?
Oh, that's a really interesting question. I would say Lunette the Clown.
Lunette,
my
where is
God.
that from?
Oh, you're American.
What?
We had this.
No,
It
it's a-
sounds familiar.
It's
Yeah.
from the Big Comfy Couch.
Yes. Okay. I was like, it does sound familiar. I was like, where's that from? Yes, we did have
Yes.
a comfy couch. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh hell
yes.
yeah!
Yeah, that was I think like 2018, 17, 2018.
nice.
And my friend Yolanda dressed up as Molly the doll. And so it was Molly and Lunette, and I had the big pink overalls with the hat and the glasses. It was great.
Nice.
Yeah. Vince was at the
Nice. I would've
party
bought
where I
this
dressed up as.
That was the
Vince
same
the
year I was dressed as William Wallace too.
There you go.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Perfect.
something?
A good
That
year.
is-
Very
good
good
year for
year.
content.
Great year.
It was a good
That was
vintage,
also the year where I specifically asked our friend Liz if Vince was single. And she said, "You are not allowed to date my friend." And I don't know, Vince, if you had asked her the same thing that night.
Oh, I had asked her the same thing long before. So that's love. Halloween romance. right
Halloween
there.
romance.
That is good.
Yeah.
We love a Halloween romance. I would love to
Yeah.
see the fan fiction of Lunette and William Wallace. Just
Oh
imagine.
hell yeah!
Me too.
On the clock.
I was thinking
Oh
like
my God.
push the
On
couch out
clock.
onto the battlefield. Yeah. Yeah.
my
I feel like
God.
Lunette would like hold up really well in that battle. I haven't really seen Braveheart. I tried to watch it once. I don't know why it didn't do
I
anything for me.
still
But
haven't. So
Yeah. it
Yeah.
doesn't have Lunette. If there was a clown, it would be a better movie.
Mm.
those are
Yeah.
I don't
fighting
know
words.
if I agree about the
I said
clown part.
that's-
I don't even know. Lunette like doesn't come off as a clown. She comes off just. I guess there's like its own category of children's show host. That's where
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
safely in that realm.
She's
I-
definitely like clown-like, clown adjacent.
I just
Yeah.
want to jump in. I think there are more than a few clowns in Braveheart. It's the British nobility.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
True.
it's Mel Gibson.
No, well,
That's-
hey, you know what? You can't. The character, William Wallace himself. Come on.
Yeah.
He was a good folk. He never got pulled over for drunk driving. William Wallace.
With bad opinions.
Yeah. I feel like if he were around now, maybe he would have. But again, I don't know. I didn't see the movie. It didn't have clowns. So there we go. All right.
Mm.
Well, tonight we are doing one of our favorites, a double bill, 2 movies,
Double
good
feature.
times, woot. Double feature, science fiction double feature, Rocky Horror reference. Yeah. And these movies paired up pretty well. I kind of just paired them out of scheduling convenience, as it were. But then when watching them back to back, I was like, interesting. No, this works. This really works.
Yeah, it's just
So,
teens,
yeah.
teens. You know,
yeah, teens doing
everything
teen
the '90s
things.
was about.
So much blood, ever so much blood. So yeah, I'm excited to dive into both of these movies with everyone here. One thing that I want to try to do for maybe just for tonight, but also maybe for double features going forward, is rather than splitting it up one movie than the other, just kind of compare them in tandem, discuss them in tandem, because I think there's a lot of things that we can compare and contrast between the two films. But before we do that, let's do a quick rapid fire recap of the 2 movies. We'll start with Scream. I'm going to give each of you 30 seconds to describe Scream in your own words, starting with Vince right now. Go, Vince.
Scream, it's directed by Wes Craven, the director of Nightmare on Elm Street, and it shows because you've got every single trope that's ever existed in a slasher film and across the horror genres altogether, and it's all subverted, and your expectations are subverted as you got great stuff. Skeet Ulrich is a great actor. He's on Riverdale. I don't know how many seconds I
Is
got.
he?
Yeah,
And
he
that's
plays
it. That's
your
time.
dad.
Jeanette, it's your turn.
Sweet.
Go.
Okay. A bunch of horned up teenagers are dealing with teen angst and teen violence, and it results in the acting out of revenge for adult affairs. So adults will adult and teens will teen. and this is what happens when that happens. And you have teen heartthrobs for the entire
Time.
last half of the 90s.
Lisa, it's your turn. Go.
Okay, the Scream is a very self-reflective and has Courtney Cox and Neve Campbell, and it has all the tropes of every wonderful horror film ever made. There's some sex, there's not nudity, but there's lots of kissing, and there's lots of blood, and expectations are subverted. And it's a very self-aware movie. That's what I was trying to say at the beginning. It comments on itself.
All right, I'm gonna go. Here we go. Scream. It's a movie that's almost a commentary on, or if not commentary, I'll go with that word. It's a commentary on slasher films of years past. It's very meta. It's very self-reflexive. Within itself, all the characters are seemingly obsessed with either movies or very heavily affected by the mainstream media. And it's about the sensationalization of murder, violence, goriness, and how that aligns with entertainment. And yeah, scary ghost mask. There we are. All right, so that's Scream. Let's do Idle Hands. We'll start with Lisa. Go.
Idle Hands is a shitty movie about a possessed hand that never dies, it seems, and it stars really bad acting from Derek Sawa and
Derek Sawa.
Devin.
Who cares? It's an awful movie.
Casper did not die for his name to be misrepresented.
Awful movie. Do not watch this movie. Highly don't recommend. If you're going to watch a slasher movie, watch Scream. I don't even care about Idle Hands. I'm here for Scream.
Okay,
done. I want to time myself out. Derek.
Wait. Is it worse than House of Yes?
No, not quite.
God damn it. Okay.
Not quite.
Vince,
Sorry.
your turn. Go.
I agree. It's much better than House of Yes. And this movie, you know what? It's not great, but I had a lot of fun. And there's a lot of stuff that didn't age well, and there's some faces I recognize. You know, you got Seth Green. Anytime you got Seth Green, you know you're in for a wonderfully mediocre script at best. And you know what? That's fine. That's a beautiful thing. You know, this is Hollywood, baby. You know, in the 90s, they were just churning out anything that could generate income from the teens, hanging out at the malls, you know? Anyway, look, I liked the movie, kind of. You know, it wasn't great.
Was up a while ago. I just wanted to hear what
Sorry.
you had to say. All right.
That's my boy.
Right? Jeanette, go.
The art of the stoner film is a very delicate balance. To mix horror in that and have it come out this good and to bud the careers of two young gentlemen, one who had already started, both actually, who had already started on their path and continued to have successful careers after this. So I'd argue it can't be that bad. I love this movie. I watch this movie every year. I am obsessed with Seth Green. It's maybe the only thing I like Jessica Alba in. Yeah, I said it. This movie, top to bottom, this thing is hilarious. I cannot stop laughing. I just want to breathe this movie at Halloween.
I think
right.
Devin Sawa's physical comedy, I thought it was very good, and you haven't seen anything like it since the likes of Harpo Marx. So,
Come on, get out of town. It was the lead, like there was no choreography behind that stupid hand.
They're stoners. Why in the world would there be
A
choreography?
good actor and a good director would hire a movement coordinator to figure out how his hand that's attached to his body that is somehow possessed, which doesn't make any sense. The whole backstory behind why this hand is possessed doesn't make any sense.
Why it's funny.
Explained by the nun. It's
yeah.
The hand finds
what
the
a stoner
laziest
film
person it
is.
can. The laziest person it can find. That's who the hand. Yeah, the demon thing.
A
Yeah. Anyway,
stoner
my turn.
movie
30-second
does not
recap
have
from Matt. Here we go.
Backstory.
Idle Hands. In my head canon, Idle Hands is the origin story for Thing from the Addams Family. It's a hand that has its own mind, a mind all its own. I didn't know what to expect going into this movie. I thought it was going to be a lot scarier. It turned out to be funnier and stupider than I thought it would be. And I don't regret watching it. Oh, sorry, but that wasn't a recap. A hand gets possessed, and then there are zombies. There it is. All right. There we are. Before we dive into talk about these movies, we've got some more fun comments.
Kristen
Yeah.
said that she was Kevin from the Backstreet Boys.
Oh,
And
hell yeah.
Kristen,
Specifically, Kevin is Dr. Jekyll, Mr.
I would-
Hyde.
pay you money for a picture of that. First of all, you were Kevin. Of all of them, you were Kevin. That's
You're not Nick?
fantastic.
You're
If
not
Kevin was your favorite, I love you, and you're a very wonderful person.
We love Kevin.
See, I want to know if this was part of a group costume or just solo. Both options are awesome. FYI, if
Yeah.
you're such a niche fan of horror and Backstreet Boys that you're just going to pick one of them and go solo as that person, I respect that. But also, if it's a group costume,
That
amazing as
music
well.
video should be on this
Mm.
lineup.
Yeah.
We can do the
For
music video.
Halloween.
We don't have anything double billed with practical magic. It can be practical
Ju-
magic in that music video.
Hell yeah. Justice for Kevin, the Kevin Jonas of the Backstreet Boys.
Brothers.
That's a
Lily
good.
Tomlin's
I don't know.
Kevin.
That'd be a good name for a cover band.
Oh
I've
yeah.
never heard of this movie.
No, I haven't
All of the-
either.
Except Lily
This
Tomlin and Steve Martin.
amazing.
That's great. That
This
sounds
sounds-
wonderful.
My hand.
Yeah, not my hand.
my
All right. All right, there we are. So, let's open up with nostalgia factor. Had anyone seen either of these movies before the assignment? I guess we'll start with Scream. Had anyone seen Scream before this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jeanette, Vince, and
Yeah.
me. All right. So let's go into that. I guess I'll go first because I probably have the least interesting story with Scream, which is that I didn't watch it till I was in my 20s, and I liked it. And I watched the sequel, and I also liked it. And then I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it again until recently, and I still like it enough. What I think is interesting is that I saw a Scary Movie in theaters when it came out in 2000. Far too young to see that movie. Well, not really. No, still probably too young to see that movie when it came out. And what struck me when I saw Scream, both the first time and this rewatch, was just how it made Scary Movie so much funnier. Realizing almost beat for beat how it's the exact same movie, but Scary Movie is just wackier. It's almost the same phenomenon in my relationship, or like it mirrors my relationship with Star Wars, because I saw Spaceballs first, and then Star Wars to me, as much as I love it, will always be like, why did they make an Spaceballs? I don't get it. So there it is. That's me and Scream. It's a fine movie, but it's no scary movie. There you go. Vince, how'd you discover Scream?
You know what? I had to have been 6 or 7 years old when this was available on VHS. And I was at my cousin's place for his birthday party. And he's a few years older than me, my cousin Taylor. If you're watching, Taylor, subscribe to my channel, bro. And subscribe to Teacup for One if you aren't already.
Please
and
do.
everyone else. Anyway. Where was I? Look, this movie scared the shit out of me just because of the first scene with what's her name?
Barrymore?
Not Drew Carey, Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore. Can you imagine that scene with Drew Carey?
Drew Carey, 90s Drew Carey, right off the sitcom. No. Look, going back after over 20 years of not watching this movie, just remembering it as a movie that scared me as a child, it's a great film. You know, watching it, when did we watch it, darling? Last night?
2 nights ago.
2 nights ago. It was a
Yeah.
spectacular film. I thought it was a great script, and I had a lot of fun. You know, it's no idle hands. That's for sure. This is a definite
think
winner. Knocked
It
it
could
out
have
of
used,
the
it could
park.
have used a bong or two in there.
Could have used a
somewhere.
bong or two. I agree. That would be fitting for the party.
Scary Movie, I'm pretty sure, has a bong.
And you know
So-
what? I thought I had it at the end, but I was wrong. So I'm glad.
Oh, you didn't remember the end. That's good.
I
That's
did not.
refreshing.
I did
That's
not
fine.
remember the end, so it kept me guessing the entire time, and I liked that.
Fun.
Yeah.
I will say I think that it has always inhibited my enjoyment of Scream. Before I even saw it the first time, I knew what the ending was. Solely because years prior, when the Scooby Doo movie was being made, I was doing a community theater show, and like one of the slightly older kids, well, I say that now, like he was probably only 2 or 3 years older than me, but he seemed like an adult. He was telling me about the casting. He was like, "Oh yeah, do you know who Matthew Lillard is?" And I said, "No." He said, "He's playing Shaggy. He was the killer in Scream." I was like, "Okay." And
And you remember
10
that?
plus 10, 15 years later, I'm like, "Oh yeah, Shaggy. Apparently
Wait,
he's the
what
killer."
year
in
was
it.
it that you didn't know who Matthew Lillard was?
It would have been like 99,
Oh, okay. That
probably
kinda makes
2000.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was right
That
before
was-
Scooby Doo.
That was before Without a Paddle.
Well,
of course.
oh my God. Do you want to, where can we fit that one in? Stop.
I
Not-
love Without a
Oh
Paddle.
my God.
That was
That's
scary. Oh my
That's-
god.
That's
That's
terrible.
my daughter.
Oh my God.
That is
Whoa,
a good scare.
great special
we were gonna
effects
end
budget
one of the
Scared
here.
the
movies.
willies out of him.
Oh my god.
Because it emerged from the corner where there's already stuff.
Yeah. So scary.
You're inhaling the paint fumes. It's making you go crazy. She's painting stuff for Halloween. Oh, for school. Sorry.
That's so funny.
Love it.
As
Thank
long as
you.
it's for school.
Those eyes are so cool. I want them.
What is
I don't have
Without a Paddle?
It's with Dax Shepard, Seth Green, and Matthew Lillard.
Oh my god.
So
What?
the still
Huh.
my little heart. Yeah.
I'll need to catch that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good script. I think that I don't know if that writer's done anything else. I think it was sort of a passion project.
Mm.
But tight little
It's-
script, good comedy.
It's great. Yeah. 90s comedies. Well, that was early 2000s, I think. But anyway,
It carries over. It carries over. Jeanette, how'd you discover this movie?
it was right after it came out on VHS, and I was in 5th grade, and I was also at a birthday sleepover. I don't remember who. I have no idea whose house I was at when I saw this, but I saw it on a big screen TV in 97 or 98, whenever that would have been. And yeah, it was like the first. So the scene with Steve was the first time I had seen like guts in a movie, and this movie got me like obsessed. And the amount of blood like on the windshield and all, I was like, oh, you can just play with blood in movies, and like that was cool.
Ugh.
So yeah, this movie awakened more of like, I already kind of knew I liked horror movies, and then this was like the genesis.
Yeah, I will say I'm always shocked at how bloody this movie truly is, mostly in the first sequence. Because again, I go into this thinking about Scary Movie where there's not nearly as much blood, and there's
No.
more. Well, there is, but it's not as unsettling, let's say, as with Steve and Drew Barrymore hanging from the tree. So that said, let's dive into how do we feel Scream holds
Wait.
up. Let's hear from our first-time viewer, Lisa.
Lisa didn't go. Oh yeah,
Well,
sorry.
Well, Lisa has
I
a
know-
connection.
So, yes, I've never seen it before, but I do have a nostalgia factor to this. So
Oh,
before we
wow.
dive in,
From Scary
Okay.
Movie?
for Scream, yeah. So I like never saw it, and then in high school I had a substitute teacher named Mr. Campbell who really wanted to be like a drama teacher at the school, but he was just like an English sub. And because I was a drama major, he was like very like friendly to the drama kids. And so he like came up to me on his first day of substitute teaching being like, "Oh, do you know my daughter is a famous actress?" And I was like, "Oh my god, who is she? What's her name?" And he says Nev Campbell, and I'm like,
What?
"Who?" Yeah, and I'm like, "Who?" Because I hadn't seen Scream, and he says she was in Scream, and I'm like, "I've never seen that." And like he listed off all the other movies that she was in, and I was like, "Don't know this woman, could care less. This is not interesting anymore."
You hadn't seen The Craft either?
No, not at that time. So I like fully broke this Nev Campbell's dad's
No.
heart.
Wow.
But now that I know
Wow.
Nev Campbell, know of Nev Campbell, I want to apologize to
Whoa.
Mr. Campbell. Um,
That's really cool, though.
yeah. I don't know if it was like one of his like first years substitute teaching at
Oh,
Cochrane,
she's Canadian.
maybe. Yeah, she
Yeah,
is
well,
Canadian. Yeah.
I didn't realize that, huh?
Anyway, that's
oh,
my
she must-
nostalgia factor for Scream.
Cool. Oh, she's from Guelph. Good
Yeah.
for her.
Guelph?
Good for
Well,
Where
yeah,
is Guelph?
it's an hour outside of Toronto, hour and a half.
Whoa.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was briefly taught by Nev Campbell's father in grade 10 English. But yeah, so sorry, I'm getting messages from Kristen Zaza.
Yeah, I saw it. We have the
Send it to
picture.
me too. Send it to me too.
We have the picture.
So wait, what was
I
the
want to see
question?
it. Oh yeah. First impressions as a first-time viewer. How do you think it holds up? How'd you enjoy it as a first time?
I think it's almost a perfect movie. Like it is so
What?
good.
What?
Yes.
So you're okay with
What?
this nonsense, but Idle Hands is a hair too far?
No, because listen,
I love Scream, by the way. I'm just
I
saying.
think maybe it's because with Idle Hands, and now we're getting into a comparison, but like with Idle Hands, I'm like not into the stoner movies. Like I don't get it. I don't get the culture. And like it's so funny because like Vince loves stoner movies, and I'm not. It's not.
I won't recommend Your Highness then.
I'll watch
that
them, but like I don't know. I think with Idle Hands, I was hoping for something like as
deeper.
Yeah, like as
it's not. Yeah, Scream is very emotional.
Yeah,
Scream
yeah.
Is very emotional.
So yeah. So, but in terms of Scream, I thought it was like an almost perfect movie because it was so self-aware, and it like made fun of itself in so many ways, and in like such a sophisticated way, and it was scary. Like it was genuinely scary, and I watch movies to be scared. I watch scary movies to be scared. So I was very happily surprised, and it was like the right amount of gore. I don't like slasher films that are overly gory, like Saw. Like I hate Saw. I'm not a fan.
Oh my god, Lisa, you
Saw
and I could never
4
watch
and
horror
5.
movies.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do Saw either.
Well, no,
But
like,
I fully agree. Like this, I can handle Scream level gore. Like it's just enough. Yeah.
Yeah, like I could do like Vince and I watched Saw 5, was it? Saw 5?
We watched it. Look, Saw
They get a
4
little
and
silly
5.
after 3 or 4.
Yeah.
No, the Scott Patterson ones are great.
No, they're not. The first one is amazing. The first Saw is amazing.
The
That
first
is
Saw
a
is
movie.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Not that we're talking about Saw, but I see where you're going with the gore factor and how it affects things. And
yes, I can do gore. I can't do gore as much now as a 30-year-old woman as I could when I was like a teenager. Like I think I like had the stomach.
Wait till you're almost 40, you'll crave it.
Oh God. I don't know. I'll report back. But yeah, I just thought it was brilliant. I thought it held up really well. It's still like very 90s. So like totally like there is some like dated quality to it, but like it's of the time. Like it doesn't shy away from
it's good dated.
Yeah, it doesn't shy away from being a 90s
It's like Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the 70s. It's like it's just so it's like stinks of the 70s.
So good. And like
it feels like a nice capsule of that era, which I appreciate.
Such a good time capsule. Like with the cast alone, like you have Courtney Cox, you have Rose McGowan, you have the Fonz as the principal.
The Fonz.
Oh my God. What a iconic. Anyway,
and just a couple years later, he's in Little Nicky, also a fantastic movie.
Amazing.
That's true. That's true.
I love Little Nicky.
Hey, Matt, I've got a question because both of these films have scenes where a principal gets slaughtered. Is that the connection here? Is that how you lined this up? Did you have that in mind?
I had never seen Idle Hands. It was a happy coincidence. Yeah.
So it's just so teen, like everything was so teen centric.
Yeah.
Just that's how you ended up in like what 2000 or 2001 with Not Another Teen Movie. Like,
Yep.
you know, like it's the scary movie of the entire 90s.
Need to do a marathon of those horrible movies, but one day. Yeah. I feel like it holds up exceedingly well. The difference between my rewatch this time and the first time I watched it is that now I've seen Halloween, like the classic original slasher movie, and I was really disappointed in Halloween when I watched it. It
It's
wasn't
not as fun as
I-
you want it to be.
it wasn't as fun as I wanted it to be. It wasn't as scary as I wanted it to be, and I do appreciate that there's not a ton of graphic violence because I can't super stomach it, but it almost felt like it was to the detriment for me as a viewer of like in terms of the scare factor, and it really just felt like Jamie Lee Curtis running away from a slow walking man in a mask. And then when he couldn't die, I thought this is a supernatural element that I wasn't prepped for. You didn't build this into the world. WTF. And so I appreciate Scream more so now as a more coherent version of what like I want in terms of my expectations when I'm gonna watch a slasher movie. Like I think the pacing is good, the fear is prevalent, and all the sequences I find really satisfying. Like I think the build is really solid when Ghostface is chasing them. The creativity and the different ways to unalive the folks, I think, is pretty engaging. Like it's not just stabby. You know, you get a garage door in one sequence, you get someone with a car in another. Yeah, there's just really thoroughly enjoy it. Even though I do feel like I don't get that invested until maybe the second half. I think outside of like I love the opening sequence, and then all the stuff with Sydney I find a little boring, which I guess we'll get into later. I don't really like Sydney in this movie. But then when it gets to the party,
I agree.
I love it.
Sydney Nev Campbell, right?
Yeah. Vince
Sydney's
Jeanette, how's it hold up?
So I watch it pretty frequently. So I feel like it's like when you see somebody pretty often and you don't notice that they change as much as when somebody doesn't see them for a long time and then you see them again. You know what I mean? You see somebody every day, you don't notice like if their hair grows or they put on weight or something as much as if you don't see them for a while. So like it feels the same, if that makes any sense. Like it's never felt different. So like to me, as far as dated wise, it doesn't really feel that way. Watching it with my daughter in the room, though, makes me more aware of things because even if she doesn't say something, I think about stuff when she's sitting there. And it was the first time that I really ever thought about how how completely obsolete cordless phones in the house are now and how integral they were to these movies. Like the first two, probably, like cordless house phones. And then it was all cell phones after that. Like 2 has some cell phone. This one even has some cell phones in it, but you saw the cell phone. That cell phone's whack. So, I mean, I don't know. I think it holds up just because it's kind of like we talked about. It's of its time, so it's timeless. Like it just speaks to youth.
Yeah. Well said. Vince, how's it hold up?
Look, I think it's almost a portal back in time. You're looking through this window into the world that produced the time period that produced Scream 1, and I think it holds up extremely well. You know, there's a few lines that are kind of like, what the hell? I like when Skeet Ulrich tells Sydney it's about time she gets over her mother's death.
Well, that's supposed to be shocking, isn't it?
That is shocking. You know what? I think that was especially shocking to me because the whole time I was rooting for my boy. I thought he was misunderstood and misrepresented. You know,
you had to. I wish I could watch this movie with fresh eyes again.
Crawl out from under the thumb of like, you know, he's a small town. He's from the wrong side of town. His dad looks like a werewolf. You know,
you didn't want to pin it on poor little Jamie Kennedy, did you?
No, you know what? I didn't know who it was. I knew who it wasn't, and then I was wrong. So the movie did it so well, so artfully.
I'd love to not know again.
I think it's a wonderful script, and it holds up for that reason. It should have been nominated that year.
Full
What
agree.
won Best Original Screenplay that year? It
Oh.
didn't deserve it, whatever it was.
But in
That's a bold
98 or
statement.
97. I guess 98
Hold on.
probably.
I'll investigate, but let's move on to Idle Hands. I think Jeanette's the only one who had a previous connection with this movie. So Jeanette, tell us,
Yeah.
what's the nostalgic value? How'd you discover it?
Pretty sure that I rented it at Blockbuster, as one
Nice.
should in the 90s.
Mm.
And and just watched it with my friends, definitely before I think we actually started imbibing. And then I love that culture. So watching stuff like this made me love that culture. And yeah, I already liked horror movies. So this was, and I loved Devon Sawa. I was obsessed. And Seth Green, I was already there with Seth Green too. Like it was just a big love fest. I loved everything about it. So yeah, I just watched it on VHS and then kept watching it over the years. I owned it at some point on DVD. And then now you can just watch it wherever and whenever you want to. So yeah, I
on
watch it
CTV.
probably about once a year at least. Yeah. How many of these people are Canadian? Why do I feel like Seth Green is Canadian? Is he
Is he?
Canadian?
I think
He's
he
got to
is.
be from Vancouver if he's Canadian.
Seth Green? I don't know. And no, you
No,
know what? He's from Pittsburgh.
Ah,
Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. And then I thought
Philadelphia,
Devon
yeah.
Sawa was too. Devon Sawa might be. I don't know. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yes,
and
he is.
then
Devon
He is-
Sawa, he gives off like Ottawa energy. Is he from
No,
Ottawa?
he's Vancouver. He's a Vancouver person.
Ah,
Okay.
I was close.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just
It's
yeah,
usually big.
I don't know.
Worked
I
well.
that was my original run-in with it, and then I think probably most of the people that I grew up with feel the way that y'all probably do, and they probably haven't watched it in years, but I love this movie.
I will say I liked it more than, well, did I? Yeah, no, I did. I liked it more than I thought I would. I didn't know what it was going to be. I thought it would be scarier. And then it was almost kind of a relief that it was just a goofy comedy. I didn't realize it was going to be a stoner film. And then when that penny kind of dropped, I was able to appreciate it more within that genre, I suppose. But yeah, I think it's fun. It's kind of like it reminded me a little bit of Shaun of the Dead, which I appreciated, and it had some really fun sequences, like I mentioned in Scream. You know, you think you can only unalive people in so many ways, and then a movie will go and surprise you, like with the tourney thing, the fan. I love that.
Yes, I
sequence.
was just that one, and the with the freaking hand in the microwave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, and sharpening its own hand to make little points. in the pencil sharpener.
Yes. Oh my god.
It was so ridiculous. The whole movie was so ridiculous, and I
so
remember
fun.
thinking like, as soon as
It's
the
like
cat-
Mars Attacks-ish. It's just silly.
yeah. No, yeah. As soon as the cat showed up at the beginning, I thought this cat better not die, or else I'm done with this movie.
No, I that
There
was
was
that
no-
was something that I wasn't sure about on this rewatch. I was watching, and I was like, oh, I forget what happened. Every time I watch this movie, I go, oh no, the cat, and then I go, oh, they just throw it out the window.
Just
Yeah, it
tosses
survived.
them 50 feet. That's cats.
Landed on
Cats always land on their feet, so they're good.
Yeah.
But I just thought that even that sequence, which would normally make me really sad because of my love of cats and my whole thing against animal cruelty, like the cat was just so obviously fake, and it was such a ridiculous cut from like real cat to fake cat that I was fully invested. I just thought this movie is insane. Sure, go throw the fake cat, see what happens. So I think the movie for what it is holds up pretty decently. But Vince, Lisa, well, how do you feel? I feel like you both kind of touched on your thoughts on Idle Hands, but
You
if
know,
you don't think it holds up, do you think it ever held up? I guess that's a question. Or do you think it's not good now because we're 20 years ish after it was made, or is it just not a good movie?
yeah, if I watched this when I was like 16 or 17 with like my buddies, smoking a blunt in the basement, that I would have loved it. It would have been spectacular. Yeah, instead I was there just hanging out, smoking vaping a modern e-pen, weed pen. It's just not the same. The movie doesn't hit the
It's
same.
not the
I'm an
same,
old
no.
man.
Yeah.
I wish I had a nostalgic connection to this film, because I think that then I would have liked it a lot more. But it was good for it was good for a few laughs. And I would say, one laugh every 10 minutes, which is pretty good. Maybe 2 laughs every 10 minutes. It depends, but it was good.
Lisa?
Listen, okay. I don't think if I watched it earlier in my life, I would have liked it. I don't think if I watched it in a past life, I would. I don't think if I watched it in an alternate timeline, I would like.
This is like green eggs and ham.
No, but I mean, like, it wasn't like I didn't fully hate it. I actually appreciated the Rosencrantz Guildenstern guys, like the buddies, Seth Green and whoever his name was. Like, I thought they were actually pretty good.
To me, they're like the highlight of the movie.
Yeah,
and then
like, they are
the Devon Sawa stuff. Like, I think they're the best part.
Like, it's so hilarious they come back as zombies because like they turned away from heaven. I love the whole thing of like, the practical effects of like their makeup and that moment when like he sticks his head back on his body with like a stick. Like, it's great. Like all of that.
The oozing burrito.
Yeah, oozing burrito, and then he duct tapes it. Like, that's that is a beautiful friendship. I love it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it definitely is like a very like teen stoner movie, and I think I've just seen better. That's all. And that's fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
Sure. So one thing that I thought was interesting watching both movies back to back is I feel like in a lot of ways Idle Hands is a subversion of a slasher movie in a few ways. Like, your main character is both the victim and also the slasher. And also when you think about the whole final girl trope, it's a final guy, which I think is really interesting. So how do we feel both movies do with either updating or utilizing the whole final girl and or guy person idea? I don't even really get what the appeal is to that concept outside of it's a slasher movie and there's always one girl who survives. She's the final girl. But like, people have written theses on the final girl.
Really?
I don't know why.
I've never heard of it.
You've never heard of the final girl?
No.
The thing.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Like
I think the idea
theory or thing, I guess. I don't, what do you even call that? Just a trope?
I should have researched it.
It's like the survivor.
It's a bit
right?
of a trope.
Yeah, it's
like
a
the
part of
archetype.
horror movies that just kind of ends up being written, but most people intend for it to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like, if you've seen Cabin in the Woods. Yeah,
And
it's
Halloween.
and Halloween. Yeah. Well, I think she's the original. I think Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween sort of set the standard for the
I don't
final
know.
girl trope.
Yeah.
No, I would say like who's the other girl in Psycho that's not
Yeah, the Psycho girl.
No. Like after Janet Lee
After Maria?
gets axed, there's
Yeah,
like
her
another
sister.
her sister, and she's the final girl.
She's the only the second girl too.
Kind
Yeah.
of. I think
It's
I
kind
think
of
with
like in
Psycho-
a teen. It's like these teen movies where like they're dropping like fly, like multiple people are falling off, and it's usually the one they're after, which is the ironic part, right? It's the one they're after, but she's gonna live because she's the one they're after.
Right. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I
like
see
it's not Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Kennedy's character in Scream pretty well talks about it when they're at the party, and he's like, "These are the rules. The final girl, she has to survive. She has to be a virgin. Once she's not anymore, then she's like prime for killing, as it were."
Another final guy would be Ash from Evil Dead.
Oh yes, true.
That would be a final
He
guy.
also
'Cause
loses
he's
his
the
parents.
one that he does also lose it. I think that's you know what? I think that's maybe had I seen that first or did I see this first? I might have seen these two movies in the same year, which might explain a lot. Because it's just like I'm all for this. I don't know which one I saw first. I genuinely think I might have seen these two movies like very close together.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in Predator. He's the final guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for real.
And Predator is, it's a damn good slasher film.
Yeah, he's
In
a
addition-
classic baddie at this point.
Mhm.
You know, Halloween is my least favorite. Like Michael Myers is my least favorite classic baddie. I'm with you, Matt. Like that's just, but I think that's why I like the feeling of these sorts of movies a little bit more. It just is a little more fast paced. Like Friday the 13th isn't even really like Nightmare on Elm Street is where it starts picking up for me in history. And then like Hellraiser after that. Like Hellraiser's my favorite. That's my freaking favorite.
Oh, Sarah Connor at the end of Terminator 1. She's a final
Want to
girl.
call Terminator a horror movie?
At the
call
end,
Terminator
it turns
a
into a horror movie. Terminator 1 is the most horrific of the series.
It's not.
Now, that
I haven't
stop
seen it,
motion, that scared a lot of people at the time of release.
That's fair.
No.
Why
I'm going to
not?
stand up for Terminator here. It's at the very least, it's noir.
No, it's not. Get out of here.
It's noir. Come on, neo noir.
Oh my
Neo
God.
noir.
Save it for
God,
James
get out
Cameron month.
Town.
Save it for James
You
Cameron month. I feel like Sigourney Weaver and Alien. We have another final girl. Sigourney
Yes.
Weaver, yeah.
Rose from Titanic.
Vince.
Yes.
She's the
not a
final
horror
girl.
Hashtag not a horror movie.
I'm just saying the trope extends into under other genres. It works. It's all fair game.
Lisa's
So
face
I
is
also
saying
think
it all.
I think the difference between Survivor versus what makes a final girl is the company that she's keeping. Like I think back to Cabin in the Woods about how they outright spell out you need to have like a group of 5. You need to have the athlete, the whore, their words, not mine, the fool. I can't remember what the fourth one is, and then the virgin or the final girl. And so I think really for the trope to land, you need to start out with a core group and then they get picked off. And the idea, I guess, is based in what makes this character worthy of being the survivor. And is it because of anything that they do? Is it just that they're the most virtuous, so they get to live? How does Sydney fit that bill? I feel like she's pretty well just a copy paste final girl, and that's why I think she's kind of wrong with this movie.
I like Sydney. I didn't hate her. I think she was very much like a Rory Gilmore-esque girl, the perfect students, this really homey family girl. I think she fits it very well, but I do like that she has the challenge of the town gossip about her mom, which justice for her mom. You know what?
Yeah.
That slut shaming of her mom.
Have you seen the second one yet?
No, I haven't.
Go watch
Justice
the
for Cotton
second one.
Weary.
This story, literally to this day in the Scream sequels, the ones that just came out, this story matters. So if you like that part of the story, you're
I
gonna
love
the
it.
sequels.
I love
Wow.
it. Okay,
It's so good.
amazing. Vince, that's the job.
Yeah.
Job we have to complete.
You could
We'll
binge
watch
Scream
all
from
the
now to Halloween.
Screams by Halloween. Let's do it.
I love
Now
that.
you're
I'm going to
making
do that
me want to
too.
do it. Yeah.
We should have just done Scream Month.
Oh, that would have been
Guys.
great.
Guys, I also have to finish The Sopranos. Vince and I both have
No,
to
you
finish
don't.
The Sopranos.
That's-
No, we do, because we are going to be Tony Soprano and Carmela Soprano for Halloween this
for
year.
Halloween.
And we can't just show up to a party without knowing what happens, because I don't want to be spoiled. I
It's
need
like
Yes.
wearing the band's t-shirt. People are going to be like, do 5 quotes right now. 5
literally. So I have to finish Scream. I have to finish The Sopranos. I have a packed month, guys. Packed
Thanks.
rest of October.
Don't forget about Halloween Town.
Oh,
we watched that the other day.
that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, don't
Imagine
worry.
if we paired Halloween Town with Scream. What a Scream that would have been.
That would be
That would have been
great.
fun. That would have been fun.
Is it just Meow or what? Is chiming in?
Yes.
Vera Mills, that's her sister in Psycho, and Sophie's Choice is a different kind of horror movie.
That's
much
just
different.
historical horror. Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's like The Boy in the Striped Pajamas. That is so terrifying. Schindler's List, terrifying.
Oof. So how do we feel about Devon Sawa as the final girl equivalent
You mean
in
Derek?
Idle Hand? Yeah, Derek. Sorry, Derek.
Well, is he? Because Jessica Alba lives too.
Yeah, but she's like the
She does
whore.
live, but yeah, she's the girlfriend slash
God,
the
she's literally only
significant
with
other.
him.
Ugh.
Yeah,
And
yeah, but like
she's
she's not the
wearing
survivor.
underwear.
That's fair. Interesting.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. He kind of does what they do though, and just decides to not be dead, that's again part of the whole stoner flick thing. I'm like, he just chooses to not die. But yeah, I mean, I see that it kind of plays out like that because at the end it like flashes to him not being dead. So that's kind of like the whole point of it, right?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Has anyone here seen the alternate ending?
No.
Oh God, yes, on the DVD a long time ago, but I haven't.
Yeah.
I didn't this time.
What is it?
Oh well, I watched it like 20 minutes before we went live here. There's a clip of it on YouTube. I imagine from the DVD because it
Yeah, I
opens
forgot.
with
Wow,
the director.
I'm so glad you told me.
Oh,
Oh my God, I totally forgot.
So it's not the original ending doesn't take place in the auto shop. It takes place in the school pool. And for whatever reason, Jessica Alba gets chased to the top of the diving board by the hand.
By the hand?
Yeah. And then what's his name? Devon Sawa climbs up there and he kicks the hand off or something. And then a portal to hell opens in the pool.
Nice.
I'm not even joking. And then Devon Sawa leaps in as the sacrifice to close the portal to hell and save what's her name. And then, like, I guess the portal closes and he instead of getting crushed under the car, he dies upon impact at the bottom of a dried out pool. And then they continue with the final scene that we see in the hospital.
Oh, so he's still alive and
Yeah.
with her. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I do remember
I don't know which
the
ending I like
pool.
more.
I prefer the original ending, but
I like
because-
this one more, I think.
yeah, because this one's a little more serious, and the director says originally they wanted to do a full-on like serious horror ending as a joke, and in the final stages of production, it didn't translate well with the test audiences, so they reshot the ending to make it jokier. And you know what?
Okay.
It fits the rest of the film better. I would have just preferred like a big kick in the nuts with a serious horror ending. I don't know. That's just me.
Like, I question how ridiculous it would have looked with a literal portal to hell opening, because I found it scary enough having the what's the Hellstar name? Pentagon?
Oh, the pentagram?
Yeah, Pentagon is the American president office. Yeah. Well,
It's
interesting.
the American military
Yeah.
office, but sure.
Oh, is it? Well, still,
Yeah.
I feel like there's a connection to be made there. But I found it just as like chilling. Yeah, just having the thing drawn on the ceiling and having her go slowly towards it. I was like, what's going to happen? Is a portal going to open in the ceiling? And it didn't. And artistically, I kind of respect that. So yeah, I like the ending that they went with.
While we're talking about the car shop scene, though, so one of the things that I think is a nuance in this movie that they didn't have to do, but they did, the little puppet that he's possessed, that the hand has possessed, its face changes. Like it's a puppet.
Mhm.
It's just inside the puppet. It hasn't even really possessed it. I guess it has, and that's the proof.
Yeah.
But like that little tidbit every time gets me. That thing's face changes, and then whenever it gets stoned, it's like,
And the eyes.
I love that part so much. I just think that it's something that makes it a little bit better.
Yeah, the
That
puppets
part
was fun.
confused me. I was just thinking, like, wait, what's the deal here? Is this an actual, like, was this puppet built by the toy company to have stoned eyes? Or is this just a byproduct of the hand
No,
operating
it's
it?
the possession. I think it's possessed. It's like possessed it. It's like at first I think it's just inside of it, but then when the face changes, I'm like, is it possessed? But again, it's that type of movie. You're not supposed to think that hard about it. So
It's true. Speaking about not thinking too hard in this movie, was anyone else slightly annoyed that we didn't actually see him get possessed? That the movie just started with him possessed and he figures it out? So that kind of bugged me.
Yeah, look, it kind of bugged me, but at the end of the day, I appreciate that they were trying to keep the budget low, so it's fine.
right there.
Whatever. I don't need to see it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I figure at this point in time, because I did think about this rewatch, because I was like specifically being critical of it. I'm like, it is what it is. Like, unless we're gonna start reviewing Pineapple Express and freaking, like I said, like let's take it seriously, right? No, but like watching it, I'm like, okay, I don't see it at the beginning because it starts with the parents dying, so he's already possessed and he just doesn't know it yet. But then they talk about, like Vivica A. Fox's character combined with the news gives you the background that you need.
Mhm.
But I didn't think about it till this time, and Vince hit the nail on the head. I'm pretty sure it was just, we need to keep this short and we need to keep the special effects budget low because we're already doing a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, they blew the special effects budget on the ending that they cut.
Oh my God.
No.
Imagine the CGI cost. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Would have been something else.
There was some good like fusing practical effects with CGI, and then there was some really bad stuff. Like a lot of the quick cuts with the headless guy. I think there was some goofy stuff there, but like, you know what? I like goofy stuff. I like continuity errors. I love it. It's fun. It's fun to watch.
For the most part, it was a lot of practical effects, which, especially now, I really appreciate. Same thing with Scream.
Yep. Yeah, Scream was great. The stunts in Scream were fun. Like when Drew Barrymore kicked Ghostface at the beginning of the movie, and he like jumped like 1.5 feet in the air.
Yeah.
I'm like, good Lord, that was a hell of a mule kick right there.
Yep.
I think I was the most stressed out with the sequences. Yeah.
Yeah. When the women fight. Yeah. When the women fight these killers who you see like overcome grown men in one scene, and then it's Neve Campbell and Drew Barrymore, and they like literally are kicking them and punching them halfway across the room.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you just tired from fighting the large man that you just unalived? Like, what?
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, this is a good segue into the next thing I wanted to discuss, which is the scare sequences. So I'm curious, for both movies, what was everyone's favorite sequence, specifically scare/unaliving sequence? I think there are more and better ones in Scream. But so actually, let's start with Idle Hands, because I think the scary sequences are, less frequent and less good in Idle Hands. But I kind of already said mine. I really enjoyed when they were in the vent system or whatever. Then the shoe, the fan, and then she's like, "I'm scared," and I thought that was executed very, very well.
Yeah. That one's a good one, honestly. So I really wish they would have shown us him getting crushed by the car, because I kind of feel like that would have been up there. I know we don't really see what happens to the mom and dad, but the condition of the mom and dad's corpses at the beginning, that's kind of like, to me, some of the best detailing in there. Like, they've got like the scared to death faces and stuff, and I always love that. I think in Idle Hands, it's probably the condition of those two that I really like. That, and I like the two in the car, the couple in the car, just because the goofiness and the randomness and the needlessness of their death it's what makes it what it is.
Jeanette, you don't need to. Are you talking about the couple in the car?
Yeah, I'm talking about the tits, Lisa.
Then
you don't have to lie about why you like the scene.
She's like, don't lie.
Don't lie. We know it's about the tits.
Those aren't even my type.
Oh my God. I don't know. I do not discriminate against any tits. So
I would never tell them to go away. I just wouldn't invite them in.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's
Oh,
my
God, Vince, that
that was amazing.
What?
That was amazing.
Lisa, what's your
Anyway.
favorite? What's your
Oh, yeah.
favorite scare
It was the
sequence
tits in the
Idle
car
Hands?
and the hand. Like that is
And the hand falling up.
that was amazing because I was equally aroused and equally scared. And I could
And that's what
see
the movie needs to deliver on.
yeah, and I can see myself going that way. So yeah.
Good way to go. Good way to go.
A good way to go.
She died doing what she loved.
Yeah. Yeah. Being felt up and eaten out. Oh my god.
By a zombie. Gonna have to demonetize this video.
Oh wow! You know what
Death
I
Shot.
liked? You know what I liked? I liked the death at the beginning of Scream. Poor Steve, who got taped to the
We're not
chair.
talking about Scream right
We're
now.
not Scream yet.
Oh, we're
You have to tell us
talking
about your
about.
favorite idle. We're getting idle hands out of the way. Then we can talk about all the great deaths in Scream.
I
just
don't
quickly, what's
know.
your
There
favorite
weren't.
Idle
There weren't too many great deaths in Idle Hands.
Hey, just say the tits in the
Quick
car.
ones. We can talk about Scream.
Look, tits in the car were great. The high heel in the fan, that was a good one, but you saw that coming a mile away. You know what I liked? I liked the lead singer of the punk band getting scalped. I loved that.
Oh, nice.
That was a fun
I was
one.
impressed.
You know, that would. I
was
hear that's a
impressed by
painful way to go.
Scalping makes me really uncomfortable in, well, I guess in life, but in movies specifically,
Yeah.
to see it.
Yeah, I hear it's uncomfortable. Yeah.
What really got me was I knew that scalping was an element in Inglourious Bastards, so I was prepped for it when I went to watch it, and it ended up not being that bad. I feel just the way it's shot, like they're not really close-ups of it, whatever. But then shortly after that, I watched this movie Nurse Betty with I think Renee Zellweger, and you think it's just going to be a little romantic comedy, and there's a very gruesome, detailed scalping scene that happens at the beginning of that film, which I was not prepped for. Jeanette's making a face.
Wow.
I was just shocked. I was like, whoa. But also, you said that punk band. Does nobody else realize who that band is?
Is that
No.
Blink?
I knew their
Huey
song.
Lewis in the News?
That
That's
wasn't.
the Offspring.
Oh.
Of who?
Oh,
The
no
Offspring, Pretty
kidding.
Fly for a White Guy. Offspring.
Hang on. This was like before they were
Matt,
big,
we're the
or
same
like.
age. You know Pretty Fly for a White Guy.
No, I don't.
least.
I've heard people
At
say
least, if not 30 other, three other of their songs. But
it. Did they
they're-
sing the
they're-
sedated song that they sang in this movie? Is that their song?
no, that's the Ramones. They were covering it. But no, that was the Offspring. And actually, that wasn't a death scene, because if you get scalped, you're not necessarily going to die. But
Yeah.
that's pretty fantastic one.
Hmm.
Yeah. Gross. All right, let's talk about Scream. Favorite unaliving scenes in Scream or
The
sequences?
The Fonz. That was great.
Fonz was good.
I
The
forgot
Fonz.
about
So-
that one.
The Fonz is who I thought the killer was the first time I watched the movie when I was a kid. I thought
Yeah.
he was the murderer for sure.
I considered the Fonz at one
Until
point
he
too,
died.
and then he died like 3 minutes later. So this movie kept leading me along.
Mm-hmm.
I feel maybe I'm biased because I knew the ending because of the Scooby-Doo movie inadvertently. I feel like it's fairly obvious who the killers are. Killers.
No,
No?
I fully thought it was, what was his name? The nerdy guy.
Jamie Kennedy, Randy.
Randy. I thought it was Randy the entire time.
Hmm.
Because I mean, he's the one who has all the knowledge of scary movies, and he has this crush on Sydney. So yeah, no, I definitely thought it was Randy, and I was surprised that it was those two assholes. So
Yep.
yeah, I did enjoy the cameraman's death scene.
Yeah.
And I will say he was eating my favorite chips. He was eating Tostitos and
Nice.
Cheetos. And I cannot relate to a character more in this film. That was amazing.
Kenny, the cameraman. I love that scene when
Mhm.
when Courtney Cox is like, "I'm sorry, Kenny, but get off my freaking windshield." And she like turns the car and makes this, and it's just so. And they have a whole scene, like a cut scene, not cut, but like a cut away, where they show him flying off into a fence, and just his body. It's a completely unnecessary cut to include, but I love that
so
it's
great.
there.
It's so
Justice for
good.
Kenny.
Yeah, justice for Kenny. And
Oh.
he did not deserve all that fat phobia from Courtney Cox.
Oh my god! Right?
I know.
Oh,
But it's classic
worst.
Gail Weathers, though. We're not supposed to look like she's not sympathetic. That's who she is.
I really got to do her in that green outfit for Halloween one year.
I
want to be that so
like-
bad. Oh my god.
Oh my god, her brown leather jacket, so iconic. Holy moly. Oh,
I kept conflating this movie with Scream 2. I thought there was a lot more of her and Dewey.
Dewey.
mhm.
It's in
Couple?
the second one, yeah. That's
Yeah.
what they. I don't know if they had written it already, but they must have written something in because people fell in love with those characters after this one.
Well, they're great.
Yeah.
They're they're more interesting than Sydney.
Well, I won't spoil anything for anyone, but they're also in the movies, like, you know,
What, past two?
in
They're
some
in the movies
sequels. I won't tell you how many, but they're in some sequels. So
Amazing.
Yeah.
I will
Okay,
also
another reason to watch if you love those characters. Another reason to watch.
I will also say that the opening scenes, the opening scene with Drew Barrymore, amazing. Like I thought that was great. Like that was amazing. So good.
Yeah.
110% great movie opener. So good.
So good. So good. Yeah. I continue to appreciate that it is just like scariness created out of a person, like a regular human in a mask. They didn't go Michael Myers and decide he's immortal like in the last 5 minutes of the movie. I'm still really angry at Halloween for that. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoy what they do with this movie, especially just how meta it becomes. I think also my favorite murder/death. Oh no, I said the M word. Oh well. My favorite unaliving scene is also Kenny because of that 30-second delay. And I just love that setup, like how they just create the circumstances where they're essentially watching a movie of like what's happening in the house, but with that delay, it just it's so. And the fact that Jamie Kennedy is screaming at Jamie Lee Curtis on the screen, he's like, "No, Jamie, look behind you, Jamie."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was funny.
That is funny.
Did Vince do his yet? Because I'm gonna be shocked
No,
about it. Did you do your Scream one?
Oh, favorite Scream one was it was Steve at the very beginning.
So
Oh,
nobody's picked Tatum yet?
Oh, is
That
that
Rose
Rose McGowan?
Yes. Oh my god, that garage
Look.
door is my
It was great, but I don't believe it because, like, I feel like
They show her.
I don't feel
They
like a
show
garage
it.
door would do that. I feel like it would.
Yeah.
She'd just get
Of
stuck.
course it wouldn't. Of course not.
I
Those
just feel
things
like
are
she'd
garbage.
get stuck.
None of
That's
that would
all.
happen. That's why this movie's ridiculous. But it doesn't matter. Nobody cares. It's suspended disbelief. They even show the thing. They even show again a totally unnecessary scene. They even show like the mechanics of the thing of the garage door shaking and like.
Yeah.
But
And I'm like,
stop.
why? I don't care.
It would totally stop. That's the thing. That's why I
They
don't.
wouldn't have even lifted her. I mean, Rose McGowan's
Yeah.
freaking head and boobs alone would have stopped that thing from raising up. I mean,
If
I
I
also
saw,
why is Rose McGowan not cold until she's in the garage? Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
She's got a
oh,
bra on the rest of the movie, and then all of a sudden, chicken's done. It's just like it was. I
Chicken's
was like,
done?
why in this scene? Chicken's done. You
I've
know?
never heard
that's a
that.
term?
Robin Williams used to
'Cause
say it
the
in
thing-
stand-up.
because the little in the old days, there were
Oh,
the little pin that goes up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
right?
nipples hard. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Pew pew pew.
A little flag or something.
Yeah, but like all of a sudden in that scene, like they're focusing on him the rest of the movie, but in this scene specifically, when she has to climb through the little cat door,
Yeah, I don't know. Look, if I saw flesh in like a gear mechanism or something, then that would have been perfect for me. I just feel like I don't know. I wanted a
She
bit
was just
more
like a
from that
squished
scene.
pumpkin. It was just a
Yeah.
squished pumpkin.
Still, Rose McGowan, great character. You know, will be missed in the sequels.
And excellent
just
red pants.
good pants.
Right?
Good pants.
Oh, yeah. Good
Have you
point.
ever seen Jawbreaker, Lisa?
No.
Oh,
she in that?
You want some good Rose McGowan? Oh my, she is that. Like her and what's her face? I can't remember the girl's name right now. Oh my god. But anyway, Judy Greer. Her and Judy Greer pretty much that
Oh.
whole movie. But Rose McGowan in Jawbreaker, you want some good fashion and some lovely, lovely everything. Jawbreaker is just amazing. And that's technically a 90s horror film too. It's just a dark comedy. It's not really a horror film, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember the trailer for Jawbreaker really stressed me out because of the one shot where like she takes a giant jawbreaker and puts it in her mouth, and I'm like, you're gonna choke. And yeah, because of that one shot from that trailer.
Why are you spoiling the movie?
Yeah, let me watch it, Matt.
It's a trailer. I've never seen the movie.
No,
I saw that,
You pretty much just summed up the whole first part.
Yeah.
Did I? What, does she die on a job? Then I'm glad I didn't watch the movie because that's why I never saw it, because the trailer freaked me out too much. To this day, when I see jawbreakers and spores, I'm like, no, that's a choking hazard waiting to happen because of that movie from the 90s. So there we go.
Fantastic movie.
Anyway.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Little Vixen is here with us, and she likes Jawbreaker too. I just saw that's a Jawbreaker quote.
Oh, is that okay? I didn't know if this was another automated troll comment that I had to.
Nope,
Get
that's
rid
that. Yeah.
Yeah, who else is in this movie? Is that Maggie Gyllenhaal? No, Rebecca Gayheart. Okay,
Oh yeah, Rebecca
maybe one.
Gayheart. Yeah,
maybe
it's
one day I'll see it.
fantastic lineup as well.
Love the 90s. Love the 90s. I had another thing I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Did anyone else get couple vibes from Matthew Lillard and her boyfriend when they revealed that they were in cahoots together?
Yeah.
I don't know. I get Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold vibes.
What does that mean?
so.
Are those-
Columbine killers, like a leader and a follower.
okay.
Oh. No, I got some like sexual tension between them.
Huh.
I feel like they've watched adult cinema in the same room together.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
that at the very least.
Yeah,
Yes,
goes
where they're
without
like,
saying.
we're not. This is not gay.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I could see that. I wonder. I'm sure that must have been brought up before. I've never noticed that, and I'm usually the first to like start shipping people in that way.
Yeah, no, I don't even know if I necessarily noticed it, but when I was researching or just rereading some stuff for this movie, an article came up that said like those two characters are queer coded, and I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it's enough that someone wrote an article about it. So
I don't know. He tries to kill him at the end, but
it's a fine line between love and hate.
It's true.
yeah, I mean it's a passion thing, right? Yeah.
You know, they would have gotten away with it if they weren't too overzealous with the stabbing.
Stab,
Right?
stab, stab.
They-
Oh, you haven't seen the second one? You're.
Well,
That
Okay.
would have been
We'll
that
watch
would have been a great. Yeah, you got to watch it. That just
I
remember.
might
what
actually
you just
watch
said.
it as soon as we're done here. Here. Stabby, stab, stab. Yeah. What I recall from having seen the I was able to watch the second one with the benefit of not having someone spoil for me that the killer was a Scooby-Doo character. But outside of that, yeah, I feel the second movie, going in blind was really exciting because I think it has a lot of the same payoffs if you don't know stuff. If you don't know certain things.
Yeah.
I was going to say more, but it would be a spoiler for something. But yeah. No, I won't say more. We should just discuss it at some point. Scream month. Maybe this will just become Scream month. Who's to say?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else folks want to say about these two movies before we go to the game?
I would like to say that I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but Scream is full of one-liners that I have used my entire life since I've seen this movie. Like anytime something is a close call, I go, "Oh, close call," and I say it just like Skeet Ulrich does with the little stuffed animal when he pops up on the other side of the bed. Anytime I'm cutting vegetables, I sliced and diced them. Just like he said, like I literally my whole like I have one-liners I'm using constantly from this movie, and I feel like it's very quotable. I feel like Scream is extremely quotable.
You know, I think there's certainly one quote from the Idle Hands that I will be using for the rest of my life.
What's
It's when
that?
it's when Devon Sawa trips into Jessica Alba's garden, and then he's like, "Sorry about your bush."
Oh yeah. No, and she goes, "Were you in my bush?"
Yeah.
That part cracked me. Were you in my bush?
That was when I saw that.
Great delivery.
When I saw that, I was like, that is such a Vince joke right there.
See, it's a great movie. Everyone loves Idle Hands. Great film. It's a great film. All right. Well, for tonight, it's all about everyone's favorite scary movies. You're going to have to guess the scary film by, I haven't decided if it's going to, no, I don't want to do charades. We're going to do the game where you have to have your cohorts, your game cohorts, guess the title of the film, and you have to describe it without using any words from the title.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, are we describing the movie or describing the title? Like, are we doing that thing where we
No,
have
you're
to
gonna
switch
give-
out the words?
You're going to give
for
you're going to
different
give an
words?
alternate title. You're going to give an alternate title with different words.
Oh,
Okay, so it's where we switch the
Plot
words out.
description?
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no plot description, just, and ideally, if you could keep your alternate title as close to the number of words as are in the original title, like that's ideal. I won't be like super picky about it, but yeah. Do your best. Do your best.
Yeah.
It's going to be very difficult.
Oh,
'Cause
we
a
have
lot of these
another
are
Idle
words.
Hands fan in
Do we?
the chat. Yes.
Yes.
Sweet. Yes.
Yes. I didn't
The
realize how
opening
many people
credits are like a really good music video. I really love that. It's like the opening of House on Haunted Hill.
All right, here we go. So, for how do I normally do points for this? Okay, yeah. If you successfully get somebody to guess within 30 seconds, you, the clue giver, will get 2 points. Yeah, and if you successfully guess within 30 seconds, you will get 1 point. Is that how this
Okay.
goes? I can't remember. Yeah. So 2 points if you, as the clue giver, are efficient, and 1 point if you get it. There we go.
Okay.
Here we are. So who's going to be first? We'll start with Vince because you're up here. So Vince,
he's
I'm going to
super
flash the
soft.
title of a film.
Super size.
Here we go.
Oh, we gotta look
So
away.
look away if you're not Vince. Yeah, look away if you're not Vince.
Oh, sorry.
Here we go. Vince, this is the movie. Oh wait, hold on. I just realized that's not the right title. That's not the right title.
Okay.
Pretend you didn't see that. There we go. And that's the right title. That's the right title. We can look now. Your time starts now.
Kids fun.
Child's Play.
Oh,
Yes.
Good one.
Good
Originally, I
one.
wrote Chucky. Yep, I had Chucky. Then I remembered as soon as it went up on the screen, I was like, "No, that's not the title of the movie."
Well, isn't one of them called Chucky or Seed of
And
Chucky?
it goes into like Chucky.
there's
2,
Seed
I
of
think,
Chucky, Bride of
maybe.
Chucky, but before that, they're all Child's Play.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think there's a movie that's just called Chucky. Anyway, it's Jeanette's turn. Look away if you're not Jeanette.
Oh, isn't there a show called Chucky?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Okay.
We can look now. Begin.
Unpossessor.
The Exorcist.
Yes.
Oh, nice. That's good.
That was good.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. It's Lisa's turn to shine, everybody.
Hey, hold on. I do have a question though. Can I give an alternate title, but not needing to change up the words exactly?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't look, Vince.
Don't look.
I didn't see anything.
can
I
look
need
now.
a moment to think. Okay.
Okay.
I got it. I'm
Time
good.
starts now.
You can look. The not good unalived.
The Evil Dead.
Yes.
Ah, the
Very
not
nice.
good.
Unalived.
Love it. Love it.
Bruce
All
Campbell
right.
month. I'm voting for Bruce Campbell month.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, Vince, it's your turn. Look away if you're not Vince. We can look now. Your time starts now. Come on.
Fear Maker.
Hellraiser.
Nope.
Fear Maker.
I've never heard of this film.
What a shame.
I have no idea.
Mr. Boogedy.
Fear Maker.
Can I give another one?
Wishmaster.
Yeah, fine.
Scarifier.
The Terrifier. Terrifier.
It is
Paranormal-
terrifying.
Yay!
Yeah, we'll give it to
Never heard
Jeanette.
of
We'll give it to-
No.
The third one just came out. It's a Christmas movie, apparently.
The third one was just the largest, was the highest grossing film this past week.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
I haven't
wow.
I haven't watched them all
Well,
the way through.
hang
I've seen, like,
on.
a lot of the first one, but I know like all the lore and stuff. It's that Art the Clown guy, the black and white clown guy. That's huge right now.
Terrifying.
Really?
Hate it.
So you're telling me it is doing better than the other movie about an evil clown that's in theaters right now?
Beetlejuice?
No, Joker. Joker
yeah,
that's
Joker.
bombing legendarily. That's
Which is
incredible.
making me sad. I can't even talk about it right now.
It's unfortunate. I'm looking
I haven't
forward to
seen it.
watching it for free one day very soon.
You know, there was a time, my original plan for the latter half of this year was that we were going to do Joker month and cycle our way through different
Nice.
Batman movies that were Joker focused and then have that culminate in Joker 2. That didn't happen. Kind of wish it would. But also I don't regret it because presidents were more interesting to me for some reason. All right, it's Jeanette's turn. Look away if you're not Jeanette. Look away if you're not Jeanette. We can look now.
Mentally unstable.
What?
Highly mentally unstable.
Crazy pants? I don't know. Crazy.
A mentally unstable person.
Crazy people. Crazy person. Crazy.
The mental patient.
I can't believe you guys.
Oh,
Mentally unstable.
I'm not married. I'm not
One
giving any
flew
presents.
over the cuckoo's nest.
Oh my god. It's one word.
So close. So close.
One word.
Ratchet.
No, never mind.
Mania.
Never mind.
Mania.
So close.
What did you say again?
Mentally unstable. A mentally unstable person.
Psycho.
Yes, Vince, you got
I
it.
think that was over
Yeah.
30 seconds.
No.
Sorry. It seems so obvious now.
I know.
I enjoy this comment.
Oh,
Based on
Yeah,
Melissa, you
you
do fantastic.
That
you did
hey.
great. You
Right?
did
That's a
great,
good
Bruce
take.
Campbell. Matt.
I know. You know who I'd like to tell that to? Never mind. Okay, there we go. He'll never watch this. It's fine. All right. Lisa's turn. Look away if you're not Lisa. Boom. We can look now. Good luck.
A bad dream.
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah. I was gonna say
We're just
a
waiting for-
bad dream on a generic road.
I would
Yeah,
have said like bad dream on Pine Avenue.
Yeah, bad dream one
That's so
block
cool.
over from Spruce Ave.
Yeah. I love that.
Oh my gosh, I loved the subtle Freddy Krueger
Yeah,
kind of
the
cameo
janitor.
frame.
Yeah.
The janitor,
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh yeah, that was Craven.
and that's crazy.
Oh
That's Wes
wow.
Craven in the outfit. He was the
Oh,
janitor.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's a little. I love that Easter egg. So cute.
All right, look away if you're not Vince. It's Vince's turn to shine. We can look now.
Look at that face.
Thursday the 12th.
Friday
Friday
the
the
13th.
13th.
That was mine. That was so mine.
Everyone gets a point. Everyone gets a point. Here we go. All right. Next up. Wait, who's next? Oh yeah, it's Jeanette. Jeanette. Hold on. Okay, yeah. No, actually, no. I'm gonna give that one to Lisa. I'll give this one to Jeanette.
Oh,
I love that. Thank you.
There you go. You're welcome. We can look now.
Sam Hain.
Halloween.
Who? What did
What?
you say?
How did you?
It's actually in the movie, so it's a callback to the. It's Sam Hain. It's the pagan name, and he says it wrong in the movie, which is hilarious. As Sam Hain.
I wouldn't have done that.
That's a
All right.
that was a good clue. That was a good
one-
clue.
I believe in you, Lisa. Here we go.
No.
We can look now.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna give a title, but starring Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Oh, well, I know what you did last summer.
Yeah. And that was
Technically, I think give a title. That's
I
The
almost
rule.
suggested that one for this, but it's not even in my top 10
Jennifer
favorite
Love Hewitt.
horror movies.
it could be a title starring Jennifer Love.
Sorry, that's pretty much what most of the things from 1997 to 2001 said.
Exactly.
Mm,
Let me have it.
okay, yeah, you got your point. You got your points. My favorite Jennifer Love Hewitt movie is either the Audrey Hepburn story or Heartbreakers. Remember Heartbreakers?
Travis
What a
has a
ridiculous-
good title. He has I'm aware of your actions the previous July.
Oh, that's hilarious.
That's
That is
good.
That's a good one.
That's pretty good.
good job, Travis. Good job. All right, this is our final question of the regular round. It's all Vince. Okay, look away if you're not Vince. And there's an easy way that you could do this, and I hope you go that route. Okay, we can look now.
Ah!
Scream!
Yes. Lisa got that. Brilliant. Okay, talk amongst yourselves as I tell your scores.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah,
haven't-
my favorite
haven't had a
Thursday,
good-
the 12th, is Mason. Favorite Thursday, the 12th.
Mason goes to Walmart.
Who's Mason?
All right. So it's very close. It's very close. Vince has 8. Jeanette and Lisa are tied with 9. How many points do we want to wager for the bonus round?
I want to know what Jeanette's wagering.
I am always all in.
I'm gonna wager 8.
8. Okay. Vince.
I don't know. I guess I gotta bet it all.
You don't
Yeah,
have
let's
to.
do it. No,
Okay,
I'm
there we
gonna
go.
do it. I'm putting it all
You're
on the line.
Okay, here we go. I will ask that you write this one down because I want to give everyone a fair shot to lock in their own answers.
Okay.
Your question is, what is the name of Jamie Lee Curtis's character in the Halloween franchise? The original final girl. What is her name?
Just a first name, right?
No.
Do we need like the full name?
Yes.
Oh,
Need the full
No,
name.
I don't know. I'm not making the rules. I just know her last name.
I was going to say if no one knows her last name, I'll accept the first name, but full name deserves full points. All right, let's start with Vince. Also, don't look in the
wait,
chat.
wait. I'm not ready.
mean, really, Travis has won this whole game. Travis won in my heart.
Does everybody else? Does anybody have the comments up? We didn't do a comment check. Oh, Lisa can't because she's got her phone closed or using it.
Huh?
You're using your phone to write on, so you can't be looking at the comments.
No.
No.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with Vince. Vince, who do you think? Who does she play?
It's Beth Myers.
Beth?
Beth Myers.
Yeah, Beth Myers.
Beth Myers. All right. Lisa.
Yeah.
Laurie Strode.
Okay.
Suspect.
Next.
You seemed very unsure a minute ago.
No, because I have the reason why I remember it was Lori is because my grade 8 math teacher, her name was Lori, and I was
And you remember Strode? Because
I don't know why I remember Strode, but I remember Lori because I was just in love with my grade 8 math teacher. So
okay. Well, hooray! You both got it. Although Jeanette did wager 9, and Lisa only wagered 8. So she's the winner.
okay, but who spelled it right? We spelled it differently.
I don't know.
That's true. No, we should look that up. That would be a great
Let's
tiebreaker.
go with Travis. Travis is probably right.
Hold on, we're gonna look it up.
Okay.
That is a great.
That's a good
Yeah.
time.
No. How did you spell it? Yeah. Lisa spelled it right. I spelled it
Ooh.
Lori.
Do you concede then, Jeanette?
I do. She spelled it correctly.
Oh,
You
damn!
won, Lisa.
Wow.
Spelling. Yes. Woo.
Tori spelling.
Because technically it's Laurie Strode, not Lori Strode. So.
It's
fair.
Laurie. Is it?
Apparently, Lori Myers is an answer.
Why
I
is
guess
it-
in one of the scenes.
There's just convolution in that storyline. Like I said, if you want to go down that movie rabbit hole, that's a fun one. There's history there. There's history everywhere. It's just
Doesn't he end up in space?
There's
Isn't
history
there Michael Myers
everywhere.
in space?
No, isn't
more
that
you know.
Jason Voorhees in space?
Oh, Jason Voorhees in space.
yeah,
Jason
Jason was
went
it.
to
That's
space,
one of my
yeah.
favorite Jason movies, though.
How did
That's
Jason
what I'm
get-
talking about. That's over the top. That's what I
I
need.
love it.
Just go completely over the
Yes.
top. If you gotta go big or go home.
Agreed.
Yeah. You know
Yeah,
what? Like
apparently it's
the
based
garage
on that.
door, it should have cut her in half. If you're gonna do that,
Yeah, sure, but I enjoy the scene of the obviously claymation head or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
I love claymation. That's a
Whatever
good
that was.
point.
It looked similar.
What's this? Travis needs bones. Yeah, Travis. I feel is the honorary winner for tonight. But also, we're gonna give it to
The
Lisa.
chat
because
was
Lisa's
lighting it
spelling
up.
winner.
Hell
The
yeah,
chat was-
Travis,
The chat did a great job.
Lisa.
Yeah, I feel like these are new friends. Did friends?
Welcome,
Travis,
new friends.
Will, did you discover me because of the Glinda video, and you also love 90s horror movies? Because welcome.
How many viewers are we at now, Matt?
For this show, or for the Glinda video?
Oh no, right now on this show.
We were 11. Now it's
Eight.
9.
Oh hell yeah. 9/11. Now
we
we're
have new
talking.
friends. New friends.
No,
Hi, new friends.
my new friends. All right. Well, with that, time to wrap things up. So, any closing thoughts on either one of
Hi,
these
Yoda.
movies? We'll start with
Yoda
Vince.
Yoda for Mark. Friend of the show.
Ah, Yoda!
Last closing remarks. I would say I can't wait to watch the rest of the Scream franchise.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
My closing remarks on these two is that if somebody has seen this video and has not seen either of these movies, you should go watch them. You should view Idle Hands with a grain of salt if you are not yourself a stoner. If you are yourself a stoner, you should enjoy this movie properly and
Yeah.
know what I mean. So, have a good Halloween.
Nice. Vince.
Yeah, closing remarks. Both movies are good, but Scream has the better script, and I think it's aged better. But you know what? Look, everything Jeanette said is right. if you're a stoner, you're gonna enjoy this movie to some extent. Idle Hands is what I'm talking about. Idle Hands, better than I thought it would be. You know, hey, that's life.
That it is. And apparently, Vince, Good Will Hunting won the Oscar that year for best original screenplay.
Oh, Scream should have taken it.
Stinking up the screen. Get that out of here.
Scream should have took it that year.
He had to see about a girl. Scream could never.
So
Scream
did Ghostface.
Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich, way more attractive than Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. Just putting it out there.
Words have been
Skeet
said.
Ulrich for sure.
In my humble opinion. Now, what do you mean Skeet Ulrich for sure? Matthew Lillard for sure. Seth Green for sure.
You know what? Here, look. Here's a bit of a crazy fan cast here, but Matthew Lillard as the lead in Jesus Christ Superstar on Broadway.
I take it.
Yes,
I'll take that.
Yeah, he grows out his beard and kind of embraces his old Shaggy.
He doesn't look like a guy who can grow a beard.
Well,
I don't think he can. I've literally never. I think he's
let's give him a fake one.
Oh gosh. Except I want him to sing it as Shaggy. Like I want to hear him belt out Gethsemane.
Do you know I've never watched the Scooby-Doo movies?
Oh, the first one's fun and the second one's not bad.
Yeah.
Not as good as Idle Hands. Well, see, look.
Oh no, it is as good as Idle Hands.
Oh, it's as good as Idle Hands. Okay.
Early James Gunn. It's good stuff.
Oh, it's James Gunn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, heck, yeah, I'll watch that.
Yeah. The thing with the original Scooby-Doo movie, I feel, is that it was notoriously sort of ruined by James Gunn not getting to do his vision. He wanted to make it a lot more adult, as it were, and then it was kind of caught between that vision and then being a more marketable kids or family movie. But the casting is incredible. Like they nailed the casting for all those people.
Yeah.
So yeah, worth a watch. Anyway, yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed Scream, and surprisingly liked Idle Hands more than I thought I would. And I can see myself rewatching, Scream sooner rather than later. And I wouldn't be against watching Idle Hands and like under the right circumstances. Probably will never just put it on just cuz, but why not? Anyway, there we go. Time for everyone to say who you are, what you do, and where everyone can find you. Oh no, hold on. My computer's being wonky. Need to highlight someone. There we go. We're gonna start with Lisa.
Hey everyone, I'm Lisa. You can follow me on Instagram at Lisa_A_Alves and on TikTok at Lisa Alves Creations. I think those are my handles. But you can also find me here next week where I'll be reviewing more movies with my buddies. See you later.
Yeah.
Oh, hey folks, how you doing? Vince over here from Only Time Will Tell. You know, you might not be noticing too much activity on my channel, but don't let that dissuade you from watching all my stuff. You know, it's that time of year. I got scary stuff. I got fun stuff. I got creepy stuff. Only time will tell. Will you subscribe? Who knows? And hey, make sure you watch that Glinda video.
Thank you, Vince.
Yes, please go watch the Glinda video. It is fantastic, and you will learn things, and it's fun.
You will.
You will. I did, and I didn't think after watching any of the other videos about Wizard of Oz that I could possibly learn anything new, but I did. And you should go watch every single Wizard of Oz themed video on this channel because your brain will explode with knowledge. It will be the best. Yeah, you can find me here today, next week, week after that. This is a fantastic month. If you like spooky season, this is the best. You can also find me on We Like Theme Parks podcast. New episodes every Thursday. So tomorrow there'll be a new episode. We're talking news and we're talking what Disney characters we want to trick or treat with. So you should check that out. And yeah, so you can find me at TinkerJ787 on Instagram. Hit me up. Talk to me. Come see some pictures. And see you next week.
Woot. And if you're watching, this is my channel. Thank you for joining us, everyone, for the first episode of our 90s Halloween movie marathon. Join us next week. I'm very invested in next week. Next week, we're talking about Practical Magic. This is a very notorious film for me personally because it scarred me. I saw it in theaters. I was terrified. I sat as a 10-year-old, paralyzed with fear at how horrifying I found that movie to be. And I have not seen it again since then. It's been over 20 years. It's my first time revisiting the terror fest that is Practical Magic. So join me to relive my childhood trauma next week with all of our favorite people. Hooray! No, we can't do a Scream 2 double feature. That doesn't mesh. Or, well, maybe we could. Who knows? We'll see. Bye, everyone. How do you end this?